William, do you know what sustainable agriculture is?
No, what do you mean by that?
Organic farming.
No.
Okay.
I love you.
Nobody cares about sustainable agriculture. Really, people don't know what sustainable agriculture is. So, Alejo, what is sustainable agriculture?
Well, John, sustainable agriculture really just consists of agricultural practices that either protect or enhance the environmental quality.
Sustainable agriculture consists of three major components: limited chemical use, integrated livestock, and sensitive land management.
Commercial farmers differ from organic farmers because organic farmers use a different approach to the amount of chemicals they use on their crops.
My friend in Texas told me how much pesticides he uses. About this much. But as a sustainable agriculture farmer, we use limited pesticides and chemicals, so we use about this much.
Sustainable farmers also have the option to not use pesticides on their crops, but it takes more time and more money, which the farmers may not have either of. The main way that farmers use limited chemicals is they spray it on top of a long, narrow hill, and it trickles down onto the crops with more coverage than normal and less chemicals. This is my sustainable agricultural farm apple. So we found out that the limited use of no use of chemicals didn't provide much coverage for your crops. But when you add mechanical weed control, with the limited chemicals that you have, provides more coverage and more spread, meaning the crops will yield more.
Sensitive land management consists of agricultural practices that focus on protecting the quality of the surrounding environment. Many strategies are used, but the most popular approach is done through the process of ridge tillage farming.
So, one way that organic farmers protect or either enhance the quality of their environment is through the process of ridge tillage farming.
Wait, I'm confused. What's ridge tillage farming? John said it before. Okay. Alright, well, ridge tillage farming is agriculture that takes place on top of long, narrow hills, and the crops are planted on the ridges year after year. Alright? God, man. The reason why organic farmers choose to take part in this type of agriculture is because ridge tillage farming provides more soil conservation and lower production costs. Wait, one more question. How is it possible for ridge tillage farming to provide more soil conservation? I don't understand. Alright, I'll answer another one of your questions. So, over the years of repeating the same process over and over again, organic matter builds up and the soil has a greater holding capacity for water, and the soil now contains more earthworms and more decaying roots, which make draining water more of an ease. There you go, man. Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense now. But what about the lower production costs? How does that relate to ridge tillage farming? So that's a good question. But you're still asking a lot of questions, but I'll still answer your question because I care about your education, alright? Alright. So, lower production costs are due to the fact that sustainable agriculture does not invest that heavily in machinery, such as tractors. They don't invest in much of that. In a sustainable farm, farmers try to integrate their crops and their livestock as much as possible. In an organic farm, their livestock is not limited to small pens, unlike commercial farms where a small pen is crowded with livestock. With integrated livestock, a farmer must take into consideration many things, thus integrated livestock sensitivities. One sensitivity that comes from integrated livestock is livestock rotation. A farmer must relocate where his animals are because a prolonged stay in one particular area will unintentionally
deplete the surrounding vegetation. A solution to this dilemma is to plant crops on top of hills and have pastures for animals on the steep slope, and successfully rotating livestock can decrease the amount of land lost. The second thing that must be taken into consideration with livestock integration is animal confinement. The overall quality of life of animals in farms has always been a moral and ethical debate worth talking about, and with organic farmers, it is no different. The overall quality of life is taken very seriously between organic farmers, thus making it one of the most important factors between these farms. Animal confinement also consists of how densely populated an area is with animals. This is an issue because the more animals there are in one specific area, the more surface and groundwater pollution comes from that area. Organic farmers, on the other hand, actually save money when it comes to waste management facilities. They save money because they don't have such a dense population of animals in one area. Organic farmers can actually benefit from less confined areas because they can then use the manure created from these areas to make their soil more fertile. Coping with extreme weather is much easier for organic farmers because although their food products may have been destroyed, they still have the second option of feeding it to their livestock. Since feeding livestock is the single most expensive operation in any agricultural practice involving livestock, organic farmers can actually prevent overfeeding their livestock by monitoring their physical condition and analyzing what times they eat the most or the least.
So, Alejo, what nations do the most organic farming?
Well,
The nations that do the most organic farming are China, Australia, Burka, Argentina, and other European countries.
action.
Sustainable agriculture crops. Oh crap.
It's hard, right?
This is how much I love sustainable agriculture.
Oh my god!